Yo guys, what is going on? This is my review for 13 Lives. So 13 Lives just came out on Amazon Prime. It was directed by Ron Howard and it's based on the story, or the true story, the event of a few years back. I'm not sure what year it was. 13 boys were, a soccer team of 13 boys were trapped in a cave for like 3 weeks in Thailand. And I remember seeing this on the news when it happened. It was a few years back, and I didn't watch. I know there was a documentary made about it. I wasn't 100% familiar with the story, like what exactly happened, and how they ended up escaping, and if they survived. So that's why, I was really interested to watch this movie, because I was like, okay, well, I'm not actually sure how that situation ended, because it was a fair while ago, and I don't remember. So yeah, so I was very interested in this movie. It was directed by Ron Howard, who is just everybody knows Ron Howard. He's an iconic director, and so I thought, what, why don't I give it a try? I know there was a documentary made about this. I know a lot of people really love that documentary. I haven't seen it, but I thought I like these kind of crisis movies, like movies about these kind of situations, this type. I like this type of movie, like true stories about these events that happened. Crisis movies. I really enjoy them. But anyway, you want to hear about my thoughts about the movie. So I really liked this movie. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was terrific. I thought it was fantastic. I thought it was tense. I thought it was suspenseful. It was very well done, very well made. It was emotional. It was really good. It was thrilling. I want to say though, before I watched this, I expected it to be from the perspective of because I didn't watch any trailers or anything before. I saw the ad for it on Amazon, or not, the picture was like coming soon. I saw the ad and I was like, that looks interesting. I've heard some things about it on Twitter, so I'll check it out. And so I checked it out and I really enjoyed it. Now, I expected this movie to be from the perspective of the soccer team that got stuck in the cave. That's what I expected it to be, from their perspective. And because I didn't know the full story, I didn't know how they got out or what happened. So yeah, I expected something different, and it turned out it was from the perspective of the cave divers who rescued them. Now, this movie stars Colin Farrell, Viggo Mortensen, and Joel Edgerton. I want to say it's either Edgerton or Egerton. I never get that right. But yeah, it stars those three as the main leads, and they all do fantastic. Colin Farrell. It took me, because honestly, I haven't seen him in a lot. I know that he's an iconic actor, but I haven't seen him in a lot. The most recent thing I saw him in was Batman, and he looks so different in that. So I had to Google the cast and be like, is that Colin Farrell? So, because I haven't seen him in something in such a long time. But yeah, the cast was great. They were great performances, really fantastic. Nothing, nothing Oscar worthy, obviously, but they all three of them did a really great job with the movie. So yeah, I really enjoyed this movie. I think it was amazingly well done. I'm very glad that I didn't know how they ended up getting rescued, because when they talked about how they were going to do it, I was shocked, because I didn't think that was a thing, and I didn't know if any of them were going to survive, and because I didn't know the story, I didn't know if they survived. I knew that obviously they escaped. I didn't know, it's some of them could have died. I didn't know. But when they said that they were going to sedate them to get them out, I was shocked. I was shocked, and I was frightened for what was going to happen. That whole sequence of them actually sedating them and taking them out was so tense and suspenseful, and it was done very well. I can't possibly imagine what those boys must have been going through. How terrifying, knowing, or they didn't know. I don't know if they told the boys that they were going to sedate them, because I remember he was just talking to them, and then he just put the needle in his knee, or in his thigh, and then they made the other boys turn around. So yeah, I don't know, but it's still terrifying, going to sleep not knowing if you're going to wake up. It's just terrifying. They had to tie their hands. Oh man, it was so uncomfortable and tense to watch, but it was done really well. One thing about this movie that I don't really understand, it's probably just, this is a me problem, is that it said, you know, throughout the movie, it has these, like, when they're cave diving, when they're in the cave, obviously the cave is flooded, and when they're, you know, diving through the chambers and stuff, and, you know, squeezing through things, it gives this little thing up, and it says chamber 5, time elapsed 6 hours or whatever, and the boys are 7 hours deep in the cave. I don't know if that means that the boys walked for 7 hours before the cave flooded, or it's because the cave flooded, it takes them 7 hours to get there. But yeah, that was I think that's just a me problem. But yeah, I feel like that could have been made a little bit more clearer. Another thing I think they could have done a little bit better was the death of that cave diver who went in there. I feel like not a lot of attention was given to that death. Although at the end of it there was like a thing saying for, I can't remember the name, but it was for that person. So that's nice. I think that's really actually really nice of them to do the other thing about it. But yeah, so really good movie, really tense. I think a lot of things were done well. I think a little bit more attention should have been given to the death of the cave diver. I think the extraction of the boys was fantastic. I just think it was a really good movie overall, and I would definitely recommend watching it. I feel like it's a long movie. It's 2.5 hours, so you're gonna have to like allocate yourself a long time to sit down. But I would definitely recommend giving it a watch because it truly is an incredible story, and it was done really, really well. So yeah, that's my review for 13 Lives. It's on Amazon Prime if you want to check it out. If you like this review, please like and subscribe, and leave a comment down below letting me know if you've seen the movie and if you liked it or your thoughts on it. Bye.